RGB. Am I right? Welcome back. We're taking a look at the triple RGB 530 LED lighting panel kit from Neewer. If you've been with us for a while, you'll know we're a big fan of Neewer products. Generally, a really good combination of quality and value, and definitely a brand geared towards the amateur/independent shooter. That said, I run a media production company here in Liverpool with my wife Emma, and it's very rare that we're on a client shoot, well, without one of Neewer's products. If you're brand new to the channel, by the way, my name's Adam, this is Musing of a Man, and this, well, it's the kind of thing that we do a lot. Product reviews, both general techie and gadgety stuff. Gadgety? Yeah, I'm cool with that. And of course, creator gear like this, along with general tutorials. So if that's the kind of thing that you're into, make sure you're subscribed and turn on the bell so you don't miss anything in the future. And if you do that, yeah, welcome to the family. Also, if you like this video, if you find it helpful, we'd love you to give it a like. We're really trying to grow this channel, and a little like goes a really, really long way. Is that enough self-promotion? Yeah, good. On we go. So the kit comes really nicely set up in how to get it to and from a shoot. Too many of this kind of setup, seriously, they come in a cardboard box or a range of cardboard boxes, and once you've got it all out, well, you're on your own. Not here, my friends, a purposely created carry case for all of it. There's dedicated spaces for each of the panels, as well as the AC adapters and even the 3 lighting stands that this comes with. I love that. Really, really well done there, Neewer. Let's get one out. So each of the panels come individually wrapped. Hold on a minute. I love doing that. On the back, it's quite simple. The scene change button doubles as the channel changer too. Channel changer, nice. And as we've become used to on newer panels, a double power switch. To the left for the battery power and to the right for DC. Yes, the kit comes with 3 of those too, DC adapters. The 2 dials on the back are softly ratcheted, with the left one, the one adjusting the HSI, having a push button feature too. Flip the panel over and there are pre-installed barn doors on each of these. These can be removed by unscrewing these slotted thumb screws. And once off that frame, you can pop out the pre-installed diffusion panel here, just like a lot of their LED panels these days. Back to the rear, 2 slots for the standard Sony MPF batteries and the socket for the supplied DC adapters. The power adapter comes in 2 parts, the main power brick and a standard kettle lead. I'd imagine this is the UK version, so it comes supplied with a UK 3-pin plug. No need for any adapters. The US and EU version, linked below, will come with yours. Power on, and you can see we're straight into CCT mode, where you can dial in a white temperature. With the scene change button, it takes us through to the RGB setting, and once more takes you through to the scene settings, each with 3 modifiers. Additionally, the right dial will adjust the brightness and the left to change the variable of the selected scene. Let's get the rest of the lights off here. Caution, a lot of flashing coming up. The lights, thank you. So this is the lightning/strobe setting. This has 3 settings in A, B and C. Pressing through the settings, we have the emergency services, red and blue, blue pulsing with white, and then switching orange and red. You know, when you want to emulate working by the road. And finally, on the scene settings, it's party mode, where it'll cycle through the full RGB spectrum. So back to CCT, and you can dial in a range from the cool 5600 Kelvin down to a warm 3200. Switching over to HSI, you can dial in precisely what color you'd like, and also how much saturation of the color too. But that's all with changing up everything on the back of the panel. There's a Neewer app too that you can control with a mobile device, and while there are a couple of updates that I'd say are needed, more about that in a minute, on the whole, it's a good companion for this kit. Installed from your app store, you need to register with Neewer. Not sure why, to be honest, other than them getting your data, but yeah, hey, that's what it is like these days. With that all done, pairing one of these panels is pretty simple. Just tap on the big plus button and the panel is there in the list waiting to be selected. Tap that and let it pair. There was an error first off, but I did it again and, well, everything seemed fine. First bug possibly, but no biggie. Once paired, tapping into the paired panel, we're greeted with the main control bay for this. You can pick your color with the HSI slider or pick your color and level the saturation in one time from the color wheel at the top. Then you can tap over to those pre-installed effects in there too. along with selecting the variation of each of those. So let's get all of these three set up. This is Nora, by the way. She'll be our subject for focusing before I step in. I'm using just 2 of the 3 supplied stands in this setup as I have a ceiling mount in the cave, so I thought, well, I'd use that for a bit of height variety. So with all 3 set up with the supplied AC adapters, in we go to the app again to connect them all. I've set them up as channels 1, 2 and 3 just for ease. Number 1 to the left, number 2 in the ceiling and number 3 over to the right. So that's number 2 connected, back to the list and selecting the other 2. That's number 3 connected fine, and then back to connect number 1. Another connection failed on this one, no idea why, but cancel that and select to connect again and we're in. So here we are all set up like at the very beginning of the video, and as you can see all 3 are in the list here. That is number 1, it's not, it's number 2, but do you know what I mean? That's that one, that is that one, and that is that one. So you can switch them on and off while still being in the list. Tap into one of them as before, and you have, down here on the right hand side, you can switch your selection from 1 to 2 and 3. So that will be 1, 2 and 3. Fine with that. Now, here's a little bug that I find, and it's a little bit annoying, and I'm sure it can be fixed. But let's go into number 1, which is that one, and let's change the color. So I'm going to pick the color from up here, and we're going to be like a green. That looks about right. I'm going to switch into 2. Let's pick a color for 2. Let's go like that hot pink, right? And then let's go into number 3 and let's select like a yellow. Okay, cool. So we've got 3 yellow, 2 like a hot pink, and number 1 green. Yeah, okay, let's mix that up. Now, let's change number 1 to like a blue to make it really stand out. Is that about right? No. Let's go like aqua. There you go, you can see each of those different colors. Now, number 1 is the last one that I've selected. So as you can see, we've got the hue over to the left-hand side in the color wheel. If I switch over to 2, it doesn't recall what 2 was. Now we can see it's that hot pink. Now, if I like that color, but I just want to bring down the brightness, watch this. It's still, even though on 1 is that blue, we're switching to 2, and I want to just bring down the brightness, but the color is still picked there from number 1. So if I just bring down the brightness, which is 1, 2, number 3 panel, BRR at the bottom, if I go to bring that down, it changes the color to that color. Now this really is just a bug fix, and I'm sure that can be changed. Also at the bottom, you've got 1 and 2. Now I'm assuming these are scene settings, and yet I can't get them to remember anything like a scene memory. That doesn't quite work, which is a little bit annoying. But as you can see, as long as you've got these little bugs in mind, you could work this around fine, how we did when we first set it up. It's just the fact that if you need to change just the brightness, you're going to have to go with whatever color you'd previously picked if you've changed channels. That's why it's just a little bit of annoyance. I'm sure this can be fixed in a bug fix, and if it is, I will let you know in the description below. Going on to the all setting, you can actually affect all of these at the same time, which is what I did right at the beginning. I went into party mode. That's A. Nice. That's B. And that's C. Now, I don't know if that's to emulate something else, but this kind of seems the blandest party I've ever been to. Again, this app can probably be, that's really annoying actually, hold on a minute. If we go back in the app and go into the version, that's version 4.2, and it's already the newest version, but it's 4.2. So there shows that there is at least some form of development in this. Hopefully they can sort that out, because with these little bugs, it's a little bit annoying, but it's still a good kit. With these kind of bugs ironed out and having an app that is dependable, then that would really, really lift this up. If you could have scenes you could save, that for me would be a real game changer with these. It would just level them up that little bit more, because I could rig some that are always in there, and for a certain video, load in that scene. For another type of video, load in a different scene. That would be really, really good. I'd really like that. But you know what, when all is said and done, this is still a really, really good kit. Let's say we want the main key light, 5600 Kelvin, but just bring down the brightness a little bit. Let's change that color again. So I need to, yeah, let's get it 5600 Kelvin, and let's keep that maybe around there. I'm looking at the monitor above, sorry. And then we'll go to number 1 over here and give that the aqua color of the Musing of a Man branding. And then if we go to number 3 and give that like the orange, so you can fine tune by using the slider, which is really nice. That's 2, say about there. That looks about right. And you know, if you punch in now, I don't know how much, I've gone really, really wide so you can see it, so I don't know how much resolution is going to be lost, but that's a really, really nice way to give your videos that little bit more, I don't know, oomph. Another thing that I'm a little bit annoyed at with regards to the panels is that if I kill, let me kill number 2, switch that off. Can you see it on here now? Let me bring it forward a little bit. Let me kill number 3 as well so you can really see this. But if you see there is bleed, I've got the barn door here, say closed out. Let's really narrow it out. But you've still got quite a bit of bleed on the side against the wall. Because if you look on your side, you can see that there's quite a bit of bleed here. I would like to focus them a little bit better so you're kind of without lines like this. But again, as I said before, Neewer, generally, they're a really, really nice combination of value and quality. The only problem here is the app, and even without the app, they'd be great. With the app, oh yeah, it just really, really level it up. And with that, that's the end of the review. As you can see, I am actually quite a fan of these. I really like them, and I do think they're gonna allow for me to get a number of different types of shots, both on this channel and professionally out in the field. If you are considering purchasing one of these, please consider clicking in the affiliate links below. Costs you no more, but it just gives us a little bit of a kickback and keeps the channel ticking over. But with all that said, my name's Adam, this is Musing of a Man. Thank you so much for watching. Give us a like, won't you? I'll see you on the next one.